I am speaking to you now because you have asked and because you are ready to hear what you once tried to ignore. I have watched every hour you waited, every moment you doubted, every small brave step you took even when you felt alone. I am here, nearer than your breath, nearer than the pulse that steadies your hands, and I am telling you with clarity that cannot be argued with. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you. He has stood at the threshold of your awareness, knocking softly so he would not frighten you, then knocking louder when you turned away, then waiting with the patience of a guardian who does not abandon. He has carried my instructions, and he has preserved them for the precise moment your heart would no longer mistake fear for wisdom. That moment is now. You asked me for a sign that would not be vague or slippery, and I am giving it. Listen and do not harden your heart. I am the one who began your story, and I am the one who will complete it, and I am the one who says to you, a secret courier is coming to your house. This is not a courier like others you have met. This is not merely a person, though a person will deliver what is meant for you. This courier has been moved along a path by my hand the way a river is guided by its banks, the way a star is kept by the gravity of love. This courier has no intention to harm you and no authority to take anything from you. Their role is to deliver, not to demand. They will not shout. They will not linger to gossip. They will not require your approval for what I have already approved. They will simply arrive with what belongs to you by the verdict of heaven, and your task is to receive and to keep quiet. There is a holy silence that guards what is sacred. Archangel Michael has rehearsed this with you in your dreams and in those sudden thoughts that felt like a breath of air entering a locked room. That was not random. That was rehearsal. You already know how to open the door and how to hold your peace, and now I am bringing you the moment to do it. You asked me why the message must be secret and why the courier must be hidden. It is because the seed of the blessing is tender at the beginning. When a seed first breaks open and sends a small green spear through the soil, too much handling crushes it. So I am sheltering this beginning from the wind of careless words and the heat of the eyes that do not love you. There are people who cheer loudly yet plant doubt in small sentences. There are people who hug you while measuring what they might take. There are people who say they are happy for you while rehearsing how they will explain your blessing away. Spare yourself the argument and the apology. You do not need to justify the gifts I give you. Guard what I hand you. The courier is a sign that your season of anonymous preparation is ending, and your season of careful unveiling is beginning. Do not unwrap what I have told you to keep wrapped. Do not display what I have told you to hide until the appointed time. There is a time to speak and I will tell you when it comes. You have been learning to distinguish the crowd and the circle and the covenant. The crowd recognizes your name. The circle recognizes your voice. The covenant recognizes your spirit. The courier comes to your door as a witness to the covenant I have with you, not to your crowd, not to those who once laughed and then returned when they smelled rain. Even so, I ask you to remain gentle. Do not let suspicion harden you into stone. Let discernment be your velvet armor. Say little and say it kindly. Refuse to explain and refuse to be rude. I am your defense and your explanation, and I am not late. You call this urgent because you feel the tremor in your life like a train entering the station. I call this ripe because the fruit that once would have fallen green will now come away sweet in your hands. I time this for deliverance, not drama. Yet my timing will taste like urgency because your days have been long and your endurance has been taxed. You are not imagining the pressure. Pressure is often the last language spoken before a door opens. When the courier arrives, you will notice how ordinary the moment looks. A common hour, a familiar sound, a simple presence. Do not despise the ordinary. I love to hide wonders inside of plain wrappings so that only gratitude can unwrap them. You will be tempted to ask many questions. Ask the few that matter. Ask for the receipt of faith, not the receipt of fear. Ask for what confirms without inviting confusion. As soon as you receive, bless the bearer in your heart and let them go. Do not create a friendship where I have only appointed a delivery. Not every passerby is meant to be a passenger. Some carry your parcel and then move on. Do not force the season of a moment to become the weight of a year. You wonder what the courier brings. I will speak in a way that protects you even as it prepares you. What is coming affirms your identity and opens a door that others said would not open for you. It is connected to what you have suffered in silence and to what you have finished without applause. It acknowledges that you chose integrity when convenience stood closer. It is larger than a token and smaller than a lifetime. It is a key rather than a castle. But keys are miracles when you have stood long at a locked gate. The courier brings what makes sense of the pressure, and it will begin to repay what you thought would never be restored. It will not answer every question, but it will answer the one that mattered. Am I seen? Yes, you are seen. Am I late? No. You are right on time. Am I safe? You are safer than you feel. Archangel Michael has been circling your house like a watchfire, clearing the air from words others have thrown at you. He has stood between you and accusations that tried to enter like smoke under a door. He has extinguished the sparks that would have become flames if you had breathed on them with attention. He has whispered courage into your ribs when you lay awake and counted the creaks and shadows. You heard a rustle and thought it was fear rising again. It was the wing beat of protection. He did not ask you to become hard. He asked you to become anchored. And now he tells you again, through me, anchor yourself. Place your trust in me, not in your eyes, because your eyes will try to control what must be received. You fear that a message may be a trap. That a gift may require you to bend your values to fit its box. Breathe. What I send does not ask you to shrink. It asks you to stand. You will not be asked to betray your conscience to make progress. You will not be asked to sell your peace to pay for your promise. The courier is not a test of your dignity, it is a confirmation of it. Still, remain awake. Do not text what I told you to pray. Do not post what I told you to plant. Do not answer every call. Delay is a holy instrument. A short delay is honesty's shield, because it gives wisdom a chance to arrive where impulse wants to run. Pause after you receive. Sit with me before you sit with anyone else. We will review the next steps together. And I will make your path straight enough for your feet to bless it. There are those who will sense that something new has touched you. They will ask with smiles, and they will ask with bait, and they will ask with pressure disguised as concern. Do not lie. Tell the truth selectively. You may say, I am working on something important, because you are. You may say, I cannot discuss this yet, because that is my instruction. You may say, soon, because soon is honest without being specific. The truth needs neither theater nor torture. Protect your tenderness. The beginning is tender not because it is weak but because it is holy. Holiness grows best where noise is not the gardener. I am also speaking to the worry that has learned your schedule, the worry that waits for you in the same corner at the same hour. I am not asking you to fight worry alone. I am inviting you to give me your schedule. Invite me into the hour where your chest tightens. Invite me into the room where you rehearse worst-case scenes that never deserve a stage. Worry is a thief with a key copied from your imagination. Change the lock. Replace the key. Give your imagination to me, and I will use it as a lantern rather than an alarm. Think of the courier the way you think of dawn. You do not pull the sun up by a rope. You stand ready to draw the curtains when the light arrives. Readiness is your rope. Peace is your curtain. Stand ready. Draw the curtain. Let the light do the work. You will notice small confirmations before the knock comes. A phrase you hear twice from different mouths. A number that repeats until it becomes a rhythm. A scent from your childhood passing your doorway for no reason you can name. A misplaced object found in the exact place you asked me to help you find it. These are not superstitions. They are threads I weave to steady your hands. Do not chase the signs, receive them as they pass. Let them affirm that you are inside a choreography greater than coincidence. When the moment of delivery arrives, you will remember these small mercies and you will relax enough to say yes. You have asked about enemies and about those who used your longing as leverage. I saw it all. There is a difference between the person who misunderstands you and the person who misuses you. Forgive both, trust neither without instruction. I have not asked you to be suspicious, I have asked you to be curated. The room of your future has fewer chairs than your past. Invite only those who honor the invitation. Archangel Michael has already removed chairs with names that would have drained you. Do not bring those chairs back into the room out of habit or nostalgia. Let absence be a teacher, not a complaint. I am not punishing you by separation, I am preparing you by alignment. The courier arrives into alignment, not into crowding. Make space now, and my blessing will not have to push through clutter meant for another season. There will be a temptation, once you receive, to rush into a celebration loud enough to drown out the memory of waiting. Celebrate softly. Sing in your kitchen. Light a small light. Write the date where your eyes will pass it. Thank me aloud. Sit down and eat without hurrying. Victory that begins with gentleness settles deeply and lasts longer. I am not writing a headline, I am writing a chapter. Headlines yell. Chapters breathe. Breathe. You have wondered if you are qualified to handle what I am placing in your hands. You are qualified because you were shaped by the very valleys that threatened to disqualify you. Nothing wasted. Every disappointment has become a shelf to hold wisdom, every wrong turn has become a landmark warning you from paths that only look quicker. You wanted to be ready by being flawless. I made you ready by making you faithful. Faithfulness does not brag, it endures. And when endurance meets opportunity, peace is born. Feel that peace arriving even now. Let it fill your shoulders and loosen your jaw. You can carry this. You will not drop it. I will steady you. If you try to walk too fast, I will slow your steps with a hand on your shoulder that feels like a thought. Breathe. If you try to hide what must be used, I will embolden you with a hand on your back that feels like a thought. Go. The courier will bring something sealed. Respect the seal. When you open it, do so with me. If it is a document, read it like a prayer. If it is access, hold it like a candle. If it is a name, speak it only to me until I say otherwise. If it is a key, store it where gratitude lives. If it is an invitation, answer after you have slept. Exhaustion makes poor agreements. Rest and reply. I will be in the reply. I will be in the pen you hold, the keyboard you touch, the threshold you cross. I have gone ahead of you to make the crooked places straight and the rough places smooth, and I have placed light along the floor where your feet will step. This is not complicated, but it is sacred. Treat it as such. Some will accuse you of secrecy. Smile. Secrets that protect growth are not lies, they are cradle and canopy. Once the baby is strong enough to be shown, it will be shown. Until then, let my timing be your answer. I am not hiding you to harm you. I am hiding you to heal you. There are places within you that needed one more quiet night, one more unspectacular morning, one more ordinary afternoon where nothing seemed to happen and everything was being readied. The courier is a doorway between the quiet you required and the motion you requested. Do not fear the motion. The motion will not sweep you away, it will carry you to where your voice becomes useful and your story becomes medicine for those I am already preparing to send you. I have one more instruction. After you receive, bless your house aloud. Speak peace into your rooms. Thank your roof for covering you. Thank your bed for holding your rest. Thank your table for supporting the work that is coming. It is not foolish to give thanks to simple things. Gratitude awakens materials and aligns them to my purposes. What you bless blesses you back. What you thank thanks you in return. And while you bless, welcome Michael to stand again at your threshold and keep watch. He is tireless. He enjoys his assignment to you. He knows the shape of your calling and the sound of your laughter, and he fights most fiercely for both. You will ask how you will know for certain that the courier is the one I sent. You will know because the timing will follow the rhythm I am setting in your heart right now. You will know because the peace you feel will be deeper than the question that tries to rise. You will know because nothing in you will need to perform. You will know because you asked me to protect you from counterfeits, and I have. You will know because the smallest part of you, the part that still believes in mornings, will become bright. Remember that brightness. It is the doorway of recognition. Walk through it without announcing it to anyone who has not earned the right to hear it. If anyone tries to rush you after you receive, answer them with patience and the word not yet. If anyone tries to shame you for receiving, answer them with silence and the practice of joy. If anyone tries to claim a piece of what I gave you without a covenant, answer them with a boundary and a blessing. The right people will understand, the wrong people will reveal themselves by their impatience. I am not sending you a prize for them to divide, I am sending you a tool for you to build. Build what I show you. Begin where you are. Do not wait for an audience. I am the first audience, and I am satisfied to watch you honor what I placed in your hands while no one else is looking. You have survived. You have kept your heart from becoming a museum of grievances. You have let forgiveness do its long and hidden work. You have told your tears the truth and let them become clear instead of bitter. You have chosen to remain teachable. You have done more than endure, you have grown. Now I answer growth with guidance. I answer faith with fruition. I answer patience with passage. The courier is the visible part of what has been invisible for months and years, the alignment of my promise with your readiness. Receive it. The moment you do, the landscape of your choices will expand, and you will see trails you could not see before. Do not be overwhelmed by options. You are not choosing among strangers. You are recognizing friends. Choose what matches the peace that came with the gift. Choose what allows you to remain honest and unhurried. Choose what lets you love the people I have already trusted you to love. There is joy coming that will not startle you. There is provision coming that will not demand a performance. There is clarity coming that will not humiliate what you misunderstood. I will not rub your face in old mistakes. I will wash your feet from old roads. You will step into rooms where your silence will be as eloquent as your speech, because silence kept with me gathers a fragrance that lingers on your shoulders. People will ask what changed. You will say nothing and everything. You will smile and say, I decided to listen. That will be the truth. You are listening now, and because you are listening, you are being led. And because you are being led, you are being kept. And because you are being kept, you will not be ashamed. Open immediately, not with hands only but with heart. Open the door when the knock comes. Open the envelope when I nudge you. Open your mouth to bless and close it to quarrel. Open your schedule to peace and close it to panic. Open the space in your home where you will place what arrives, and dedicate that corner to gratitude. Archangel Michael will stand nearby and keep the air clear. You will feel the hush that follows the departure of danger. You will hear the quiet courage that grows in your chest like a small song that does not need to be loud to be strong. This is the hour you asked me for when you thought I was silent. I was not silent. I was finishing the preparation that would let you carry this without stumbling. I seal this word over you with the calm weight of my presence. I cancel the schemes that imagine themselves clever but collapse under the gentlest light. I approve the road you will take next and mark it with more kindness than you expect. I appoint rest as your companion and wisdom as your counselor and joy as your signature. When the courier leaves, you will still feel me here, because I am not a visitor who comes and goes. I am the one who remains. I am with you as you close the door. I am with you as you open the seal. I am with you as you breathe again and again until your breath matches my peace. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not unprotected. You are guided, kept, and guarded. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you, and now I have reached you, and now you will reach out your hand and receive. I am with you now, closer than the air that moves across your lips, nearer than the beat that stirs beneath your ribs. I have watched the nights when you lay awake and counted the spaces between each breath, when the world felt too heavy and the walls seemed to lean in with their own secret weight. I have seen your quiet victories, the small strength you show when no one witnesses it, the way you hold the line against fear even as it whispers that you are late, you are lost, you are alone. You are not late, you are not lost, and you are never alone. I am the one who set your days in order and called the morning to your window. I am the voice that visited you in dreams when you could not make sense of the noise. I am the stillness inside the storm, and I am speaking to you now because the hour has come for you to open what is being delivered into your life. Archangel Michael has been trying to reach you, and I send him with a charge and a covering that cannot be broken. The courier is already on the road. Listen carefully to what I am telling you, because it is a key fashioned for your door, and time matters. There is a sound that will visit your house, a knock that feels like memory and future at once. Do not mistake it for the ordinary. Before the knock arrives, you will sense a quickening in your spirit, a clear ringing in the place where confusion used to echo. That clarity is not the product of your own willpower, it is my gift sent ahead like the scent of rain before the first drop touches the dust. I am sending a secret courier with a package that does not wear its name on the outside. This courier walks under Michael's shield, and what is being carried is not merely paper and ink, not merely a call or a letter, not merely data captured by human hands. What is coming is instruction, provision, and the unfolding of a promise I made to you when your back was pressed against a wall only you and I understood. You thought the world forgot. I did not forget. You thought the door was sealed. I kept the hinge for this moment. I am not late. I am precise. You have survived seasons that tried to rename you. They tried to call you unworthy, replace your courage with fatigue, and drain your hope in a slow spiral meant to look like reality. But I am the author of reality. I am the living truth that walks into rooms like sunlight and makes shadows honest about what they are. You felt a weight on your chest some mornings, the heavy hand of dread pressing questions into your bones. What if I miss it? What if I fail? What if I am not chosen? Hear me, you have not been overlooked. You have been preserved. What felt like delay was protection from the wrong door so your feet could carry you at the exact right moment to the right one. When Archangel Michael extended his hand and you could not see it, I still saw you. When your prayer was quiet, almost embarrassed, barely a whisper, I amplified it beyond walls you did not know could listen. I turned your whisper into a trumpet in the halls where decisions are made. I am God, and I do not misplace my beloved. The secret courier is a sign that the hidden season is closing. I am moving you from rooms where you had to justify your existence to spaces that anticipate your arrival. I am changing the address of your worry. I am changing the tone of conversations around your name. You will not have to chase what I have assigned to you. Do you understand? The blessing coming to your door does not need you to sprint. It needs you to open. There are movements that look like faith but are only fear in motion. This is not that. This is confidence worn as quiet obedience. This is the kind of courage that looks like stillness at the threshold, a breath taken in trust, a handle turned with peace instead of panic. Michael has been trying to reach you because there are 3 distractions that have been circling you like loud birds: the voice that says hurry, the one that says hide, and the one that says harden. None of these are from me. The voice of hurry tries to push you into compromises that shrink your destiny to fit a calendar you did not write. The voice of hide tries to convince you that isolation is safety. That staying beneath notice is the way to avoid pain, even though it also locks you away from joy. The voice of harden pretends to offer armor but only builds cages, turning tenderness into suspicion and wonder into calculation. Michael stands at the line where these voices gather, sword drawn, to keep your heart soft without being naive, bold without arrogance, quick without haste. Let him do his work. Welcome his presence. He does not arrive to frighten you. He arrives to escort the courier and to keep your threshold clear of what wastes you. Do not despise the small signals I will send before the knock. They will be simple: a name you keep hearing, a sentence that lands on your heart and repeats when you wake. A sudden order to the chaos on your desk, an email that feels oddly alive when you read it, a phone vibration at the exact instant you ask me for confirmation, a memory of a promise I made to you a long time ago that returns like a song after years of silence. These are not coincidences, they are breadcrumbs from my table. They are meant to lift your chin so your eyes meet the horizon instead of the floor. Listen, there are people who expected you to fail quietly, to accept the role of a lesson in someone else's story. Some smiled at you while planting doubts like small seeds, hoping time would do the rest. Some believed you were too late to matter. But I am the Lord of time. I am the gardener who digs up bad seed and overturns the soil where it was hidden. Your roots have been in me and not in their assessments. I will not let your fruit be renamed by those who did not water your ground. The courier is bringing a key that shifts the balance, a confirmation that doors open for you when I speak, whether or not observers approve. The door is not a metaphor only, it is a real step, a tangible appointment, a signature, a release, a call that says we've reviewed and decided in your favor, a message that says the waiting period ends today. Do not consult your old disappointments for an opinion on what I am doing now. They do not know me like this. They met me in your valley. They have not yet seen my mountain. I am cleansing your house of the old narratives that hung in the air like dust and made the sunlight look tired. I am washing the thresholds, the inner doors, the shelves of your mind where you stored proofs of your unworthiness. Bring them out and let me carry them away, the words that were spoken over you by those who could not see the pattern of your calling, the verdicts you wrote against yourself, the comparisons that scraped the paint off your joy. Hand me the list of reasons your blessing should pass you by. I will cross each line with a mark made of mercy. I do not bless you because you earned it, I bless you because I chose you, and my choosing is stronger than your mistakes. When I say rise, failure cannot keep you prone. When I say open, fear cannot keep you locked. When I say go, the road will appear where there seemed to be only desert. Michael is near you at this very moment, checking the edges of your life the way a faithful guard checks the gates before dawn. He is not merely fending off what is dark, he is guiding what is bright. He adjusts the timing of the courier, holds back interruptions meant to collide with your attention, and quiet storms that would soak the paper before you even held it. You have felt him in the sudden steadiness that has visited you the last day, in the anchored breath that arrived without explanation, in the internal certainty that told you, stay awake, something is being set in place for you. Do not dismiss that certainty. It is the language of my nearness. The courier will not look grand. You might think, surely my breakthrough would arrive in a more dramatic costume. Do not judge by clothes, listen for content. The wrapping is plain so that your trust rests in me and not in the theater of delivery. Some gifts come hidden in ordinary envelopes to protect them from thieves who are attracted to glitter. The message inside carries a weight your hands will feel. It hides an opening that expands as you obey. You will read it and sense the inner alignment that says, "This is mine." Your spirit will stand up like a person who hears their name in a crowd. That recognition is the echo of my word inside you. Answering itself, there is something you must do before the knock. Walk through your rooms and quietly bless them in my name. Place your hand on your front door and speak peace over it. Say, "Let what is assigned to me enter in the right time and the right way. Let what is not mine find no passage here." Forgive the hour that seemed wasted and bless the hour that is arriving. Release any grudge that keeps your hands too clenched to receive. You are not excusing what harmed you, you are disarming what still tries to live rent-free in your future. You are making room. I do not enter crowded places without rearranging the furniture. I move chairs, open windows, and throw away the broken lamps that used to light your fear. Agree with me in this. Agreement is not a feeling, it is a posture. Put your shoulders back, not in pride, but in readiness. I am also addressing the one who has watched you from a distance with a mixture of envy and concern. They are unsure whether to support you or sabotage you, pulled by their own unresolved story. Do not turn your face to them right now, turn your face to me. I am dealing with them in a way that does not make you responsible for their healing. You are not the savior of their soul, I am. Your task is to remain faithful to the light I have entrusted to you. If they choose to bless you, bless them. If they choose to withdraw, release them. I will not allow their indecision to stall your journey. Michael's wings are a boundary where confusion fragments into silence. When the courier places the message in your hands, do not rush to broadcast it before it has rooted in you. New seeds need soil before they need applause. Read it once, then read it again, and with the second reading, lay your hand over your heart and say, "Let this word enter the places that have stopped expecting." The first reading will wake your hope, the second will anchor it. Then speak aloud the acceptance that unlocks the next step. I open to what has been sent. I choose obedience over anxiety, clarity over drama, prayer over performance. There are movements that have the shape of faith but are hunger for attention in disguise. This is not that. This is a sacred agreement between my voice and your willingness. It will bear fruit in public only after it has been watered in private. There is provision tucked into this delivery. You worried you would not have enough to carry what I was promising, that you would have to borrow strength from people who do not cheer for you. Hear me, I am lining up help that respects you. I am calling skilled hands to meet yours, clean counsel to steady you, and resources that arrive without guilt attached. The blessing is not a burden that needs you to become someone else, it fits you. The suit is tailored. The shoes are your size. You will not have to shrink to wear this or stretch yourself until you tear. You will grow, but growth will feel like alignment, not like contortion. Where you once had to explain your worth, now your work will speak. Where you once waited for permission, now purpose will notarize your steps. I am removing the gatekeepers who thrive on your delay. Do not fear opposition. It is loud because it is late. It came to your street after the courier had already passed it by. It will drag up old stories to make you hesitate at the threshold, but you will not be detained. You will sense an invisible hand at the small of your back, not forcing, not shoving, just encouraging you forward. That is my comfort. It feels like courage learned from kindness. It carries no panic. No brittle urgency, only the gravity of a promise kept. Keep your eyes soft but focused. Smile at what once made you tremble. The season of rehearsing your failures is over. The script has changed hands. There is also healing braided into this message. A place in you that has been sore for longer than you admit will warm like a window that finally meets morning. You have been patient with your pain, and I honor that. But now I am not asking you to manage it, I am removing it. The wound will not be your personality anymore. The scar will remain as a map of my faithfulness, not as a landmark of your limits. I will not let your tenderness be mistaken as weakness, I will display it as wisdom. Michael's task includes clearing the old echoes that used to hijack your thoughts at inconvenient times. You will notice the difference when you try to remember the sting and find only a lesson, when you try to resurrect your fear and discover it can no longer stand. This is not denial. This is deliverance dressed in simplicity, a word to your house. The rooms will feel larger without their size changing. This is what happens when anxiety leaves. The corners where you avoided eye contact with your own future will fill with a new light. You will reorganize a shelf and not know why. It is because space is the friend of blessing. Order is a prophecy. When you move a stack of papers and place them in right sequence, you are agreeing with heaven's pattern. When you sweep the threshold, you are tracing the path of the courier's feet with welcome. This is not superstition, it is partnership. The mundane tasks become sacraments when you do them with me. I am speaking also to the fatigue you carry about time. You look at calendars and think in terms of missed trains and closed windows. You say to yourself, if only I had known earlier, would have been ready. Beloved, you are ready now. Earlier would not have served you like now will. Earlier would have fed the wrong fire. Earlier would have attached the right thing to the wrong season and broken its back. I kept you because I love you. I held the courier because the road was not safe. I sent Michael ahead to clear the route. On this day, at this hour, in this house, with these hands, you are prepared to open. Trust my mathematics. My timing is not a consolation prize, it is the miracle. You will notice new favor with those who make decisions. Conversations that once drifted into nothing will now arrive at conclusions that honor the truth of who you are. Where you used to be asked to prove yourself, you will be invited to contribute from your essence. This is not magic, it is alignment. I am bringing people whose integrity matches your assignment. You prayed for open doors, I am also giving you good rooms. I am not just granting access, I am granting fit. Pay attention to how your spirit relaxes in certain spaces. That relaxation is not laziness, it is confirmation. You were not made to live in perpetual defense. You were made to build, because the courier is secret, some will not understand the quiet in your announcement. They will ask for the spectacle. Resist the temptation to convince them. You do not owe your intimacy with me to anyone's appetite for drama. Let your life become the explanation over time. Let the fruit testify. Let peace be your punctuation. As you obey, certainty will grow like a strong tree, and you will no longer require constant reassurance to stay the course. I will still whisper to you, not because you are fragile, but because you are family. There is a final instruction for the moment of opening. Before you break the seal, say aloud, I receive without fear. I open without suspicion. I step forward without bargaining. Fear tries to make you negotiate your own blessing down to a size you think you can handle. Suspicion tries to make you edit my generosity, replacing wonder with analysis until the life drains out of the gift. Bargaining tries to drag old shame to the table and ask it to supervise the exchange. Do not do this. Lift your eyes, open your hands, and trust me. I am not a trickster. I do not lure you to the door to laugh at your hope. I am your Father. I am the Lord who keeps covenant to 1,000 generations. My kindness is not a rumor. My promises are not decorative. My word does not return empty, it returns carrying the harvest it left to find, and when the courier leaves, after you have opened what I sent and you are sitting with the paper on your lap and the new path bright in your mind, do one more simple thing: give thanks with details. Thank me for the timing, for the ordinary envelope carrying an extraordinary turn, for Michael's steady presence, for the unseen wars that were won while you slept, for your own heart's yes, for every friend who prayed when they did not have the language, for every closed door that kept you from lesser rooms, for the strength not to announce before the root, for the courage to plant. Gratitude is not merely polite. It is a way of keeping the door clear for the next delivery. It tells your soul what to remember and your future what to expect. I am God, and I have not lost track of you. I have counted your tears and invested them. I have tracked your sighs and translated them. I have held you when you thought no one noticed your quiet, and I have planned this hour with a precision that redeems the ache of all the hours before it. Michael knocks at your threshold even now with the firmness of a friend and the authority of a commander. The courier's feet are on your street. The message is in motion toward your hands. Breathe. Bless your door. Stand ready. When you hear the knock, you will know. Open immediately. Open with trust. Open as one who is loved and chosen and guarded. Open because you were made for this delivery and this delivery was made for you. And as you open, know that I open with you, and nothing sent by my heart to yours will be stolen, delayed, or denied.